What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sabby. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Welcome to my channel, Self Mastery. Today's topic is stop caring what other people think about you. Now, as you are watching this video, you have lived a long life already. And at some point along your journey, you actually cared what somebody thought about you. Right? It could be friends, it could be peers, it could be family, it could be teachers, your boss, your coworkers. At some point, you actually gave in to caring what people think about you. Maybe you're the kind of person that doesn't make a decision or doesn't take action unless you get confirmation from other people. So watch this video because this video is going to point out some psychological nuances, but also the foundation of why you care so much about what people think, but also what you can do now going forward. Stay tuned. There's a lot I will share, my perspective, my experience, my insights. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. There's a lot of information, so stay tuned until the end. Let's get started. First off, I want to say, when we are growing up, right, when we are in our childhood, maybe even sometimes up to adolescence, right? A lot of the times we are trained, conditioned, programmed into listening to our parents. I mean, that's the first, set of authority that we come across when we, come into this physical realm, into this physical body, right? Our parents. And so our parents tell us at an early age, actually, what we should do and what we shouldn't do, right? So the actions or the behavior that we exhibit, if it's positive or if it's something that they approve of or if it's something that they validate, then guess what? Right? You're rewarded. You're called a good boy. You're shown love and kindness, things like that, right? If you follow what your parents say, if you listen to, their rules, everything that they have set out for you, if you follow that to the T, things are going great for you. But if for any circumstance you disobey them, right, or you don't listen to them, or you go against their will, or you do something that's not in their favor, or something that's not what they desire, then guess what? You are punished. You are neglected. You may be condemned. You may be they may be angry at you. They may not talk to you. There's a bunch of different things that can happen, But my point is that at an early age, you're sort of already conditioned like that. And then on top of that, you go to school, right? And then school also teaches you to be like that as well. So your teachers condition you. They tell you, hey, these are the rules you need to follow. This is good behavior. This is bad behavior, right? So, follow these rules and you'll be okay, right? You'll make your way through school. If not, then, trouble awaits you and, there's consequences. And to a degree, there's nothing wrong with this, system at all, because obviously, as children, we need to learn what is correct behavior and what is incorrect behavior, what is, the right way to sort of conduct ourselves and what is the wrong way to conduct ourselves. And that's important at an early age because, we're still developing. Our conscious mind is still adapting and, adopting different belief systems, different kinds of perceptions, ways of looking at life, things like that. We're trying to navigate our way around this world. And so guess what? We need that kind of system that teaches us how to, behave and how to be actually in this world. And there is nothing wrong with all of this. However, one of the major downsides is that we're also being conditioned to make other people happy in a way, right? We're also being conditioned to care so much about what they think about us, right? And, it can be a bad thing because over time, if you don't break out of that kind of conditioning to a degree, it can hinder your growth, your true potential, right? And it can really, stigmatize, your full evolution. And I'll get into that a little bit. But also, if you think about your friends, right, or your peer groups, or, especially if you've been in high school, there's always things that are accepted among peers and things that are not. For example, if you were in high school, you've definitely experienced that there were the cool kids, and then in front of the cool kids, you had to be a certain way. You had to portray yourself as cool, if you were like a weird kind of kid, or, like a nerd or a geek, you were sort of, shunned, or, outcasted, things like that. And, for a lot of people, if they want to fit in at that kind of, teenage years in their life, they sort of do what is accepted by the crowd, right? They want to be accepted by the crowd, because that for them is the greatest approval, the greatest validation. And that's what really crowd psychology is, right? Majority of the world still works that way, right? Many people still do a lot of things because they want to be accepted by the crowd. No one wants to be the only one standing, apart from the crowd, because it takes a lot of courage and strength to be like that, and I'll get into that a little bit later as well. But, that's how we are in middle school, high school. We want to be accepted by our peers. So we try to, dress just like them. We try to, listen to like similar music, or we try to, engage in the same activities that they engage in. We try to, be cool, try to be hip. If people are drinking at an early age, you sort of want to fit in, so you start as well. Or if people are having sex at an early age, you don't want to be left out, so you engage yourself in that as well. There's just so much that goes in being accepted by others, because deep down you care what they think about you. Deep down you actually care, because you want their approval, you want their, validation, their pretty much what I just said. You care so much, what they think about you. And so, and if I take a little side note as well, this goes all the way back into, if you think about it, ancient history, where if you didn't follow the tribe's rules, right? For example, I'm talking about like, way ancient history, right? Like when humanity was still coming about, when we have tribes and stuff. If you didn't follow the tribe's rules, you were pretty much kicked out of the tribe, or you could have been killed, if anything, right? So being a part of the tribe was very important, because the tribe guaranteed protection. The tribe guaranteed, your safety. And as long as you worked for the tribe and did everything that was according to the tribe, you would be set, you would be taken care of. But if you did anything that was against, what the tribe's, code of ethics or code of law was, you were pretty much an outcast, and you had to live on your own, or you had to go out into nature by yourself. And for many, that meant death, honestly, because they couldn't protect themselves from the natural elements or the animals and all these kinds of things, right? And I get that, right? But this kind of psychology has been ingrained within us from millennia, literally. Like, this is how humanity has been functioning for a long time, that we honestly care deeply. And this may be some subconscious at some level, right? We care deeply about what people think, and it just controls a lot of our actions and behavior. But now we are living in 2022, which is pretty much, the furthest we've come in terms of technology, in terms of human evolution, in terms of the evolution of consciousness. There's just so much that we've come to now that it's like, we can't still live with that tribe mentality anymore, because it just doesn't work in that, life just doesn't work in that same way anymore like it once did. And so what we do now is, guess what we do? As we continue to age and we live our 20s, our 30s, even up to 40s, 50s, we still deeply care about what other people think about us, right? And honestly, I will have to say that it is one of the biggest hindrances in our life. And the reason is because it stops you from truly fulfilling your own destiny. And the reason is because you have to understand, from a spiritual point of view, from a spiritual standpoint, that the source has already granted us within this guidance system. And this guidance system lets us know whether we are headed in the right direction or not, right? Whether we are in alignment with what we desire or not. And so if you can just follow that guidance system, you don't ever need to look outside for any validation, any approval, any sort of confirmation, any sort of love or anything that you're looking for, because that guidance system within will guide the way for you, literally to everything you desire. So you don't need to care what other people think. And I'll tell you about that. So the guidance system is pretty much your emotions, which are energy in motion, right? Energy is what creates everything, right? Every action you take requires energy. Everything that is currently in existence materialistically is energetic at a vibrational level. So your emotions are pretty much energy in motion. And so when you are feeling those high vibrational emotions, when you are feeling elation, when you are feeling joy, when you are feeling, certainty, assuredness about a certain idea or a certain goal or a certain opportunity or a certain decision or a certain kind of, choice that you've made up or a choice that you've agreed upon within yourself, you don't need to look outside at all, because your emotions, your vibration will tell you, yes, go this way. It feels right. It feels good. You are in alignment with this choice. You are in alignment with this idea. You are in alignment with this opportunity. You are in alignment with pretty much, this entire path. So go that path, go that route, because it's going to lead you to where you need to go. But people don't listen to that, right? People are sometimes really far away from their internal guidance system. So guess what they do? They ask other people, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think I should start this business? Do you think I should take this opportunity? Do you think I should take this job, right? Do you think I should marry this person? Do you think I should do this, do that, right? They're always asking other people. And guess what other people are going to do? Other people are going to project their own limitations upon you, and you're going to take that in. Right? And so is that the right thing to do? No, I'll get into that a little bit more. Stay tuned. But same thing, right? Let's go back to the guidance system. If an opportunity is not the right opportunity for you, or if something is not the right path for you, guess what? Your emotions will tell you that, hey, don't do this. Don't do this, bro, because it's not going to lead you to where you want to go. Or if some sort of idea doesn't resonate with you, if someone tells you, hey, man, come invest with me on this or that, right? But it doesn't resonate with you, don't do it. Don't do that, right? Or if someone is trying to, telling you to, buy this product or, get this job or, live your life a certain way, but it's not resonating with you, then don't follow that, because that's not the right choice for you. And stop trying to people please all the time, right? So stop trying to be like, oh, if I don't listen to him, he'll be offended and then he won't like me. Guys, look, you gotta stop looking for love outside. You guys gotta stop looking for validation or acceptance outside yourself. That's not where you find it. Right? So follow your emotional guidance scale. It'll tell you, hey, right? If this resonates, if this is in alignment, it feels good, I'm going to it, right? I'm doing it. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't resonate, if it feels disharmonious, I'm not doing it, right? I don't care if I offend you. I don't care if I bother you, because my source within me has already put that guidance within me. So I just got to follow that. That's it. And if you can just understand that aspect, you don't even need to watch the rest of this video, because that's it, right? Stop caring what other people think, because that's all you got to do is just follow your internal guidance system. That's it. But if you still want to continue watching, I still got a lot of cool points coming up. But one thing I want to say that I touched up on is that a lot of times we care what other people think because we don't want to disappoint them, right? We don't want to hurt their feelings, or we don't want to, we don't want to be rejected by them, or we don't want to be disapproved by them. Or maybe we think, oh, they won't like me anymore. They won't give me their love anymore. They won't, they won't hang out with me anymore. They won't talk to me anymore. They won't, be friends with me anymore. Who gives a flying fuck? Okay, excuse my language, but who cares? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, guys, this is your life. This is your life. No one is living this life for you. You came into this world by yourself. Guess what? You're going to die in that coffin by yourself. Literally, no one's going to be in there with you. And guess what? No one's paying your bills as long as you're alive. You got to take care of that stuff. right? Maybe if you're living with your parents, sure, you know, but after they pass away or after you got to be by yourself, guess what? You got to pay your own bills. No one's going to help you. No one's going to take care of you, and you have to make your own decisions. You have to be responsible for yourself. And when it comes to that, then you got to realize, man, I don't really need to care what other people think, because my life must be lived on my own terms, right? And that's really the truth of it all. And not only that, like I mentioned before, when you ask somebody what they think about something, right? So let's say you're about to start a business and you ask your friend, what do you think about it? Guess what that friend's going to do? He's going to impose his limitations upon you, right? His own insecurities upon you, his own negativity upon you. And if he's a hater, he's going to impose his hatred upon you. You know, people can stop you from doing big things. People can stop you from reaching your destiny only because you asked the wrong person, because that person was a friend, or that person was a family member, or that person was your aunt or your uncle or your cousin. You asked them their opinion, and guess what? They're not the right person to ask. Also, guys, don't be asking people that haven't achieved anything great in their life for advice, for anything. Why would you do that? It's like you're trying to start a business, but you're asking people that don't even have a business. Or you're trying to, you know, become an athlete, or you're trying to do all of this, but you're asking all these fat people around you, hey, should I be an athlete? Or let's even talk about that, right? Let's say you're trying to lose weight. Let's say you're trying to hit the gym. Let's say you're trying to, you know, do this and that. If anything, go to a bodybuilder, you know, get advice from them. If anything, ask them what they suggest, rather than going to your, you know, your mom and dad or your friends who have never even lifted weights in their life and ask them what they think, right? Stop asking the wrong people the wrong things, right? It just doesn't make any sense. That's like going to like a doctor and asking him how to cook this kind of meal. It's like, bro, you're going to the wrong person. Or it's like going to a lawyer and asking how to fix a toilet, right? It doesn't make any sense. But yet you do that with people all around you, right? You'll go to your best bud who's single, who's been single for years, and you're in a relationship, and you're going to get relationship advice from him? Really? It doesn't make any sense at all, right? So you guys got to think about this, and where are you getting your feedback from? And also, who are you getting your feedback from, right? Are these people achieved people in their life? Have they accomplished anything, right? Have they done anything great? Are they multimillionaires? Are they making good money? Are they 6-7 figure earners, right? You got to ask yourself that. Are they fit? Are they living the life they desire? Have they manifested all their desires? And you're out here asking them what they think? That's what I'm saying, guys. Stop caring what other people think, because it's only going to stop you from doing what you need to do, from achieving what you want to achieve, right? And at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own life. You are responsible for your success, but you're also responsible for your failure. No one else is to blame, right? You can't blame Tracy down the street because she told you not to start your business, right? And then you listened to her, and guess what? Now you don't have a business, and you're still working that 9-to-5 you hate, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, guys, that look, stop caring what other people think, because at some point you got to realize that it's up to me. It's really up to me, and I got to make the moves. You got to want it bad, guys. Look, you got to want it bad, and you got to stop looking for love outside, because look, guys, love can never be found outside of yourself. That's another spiritual truth at some point in your life you gotta accept, you gotta come to terms with, because if you don't, you're always gonna be trying to find that external validation. You're never gonna be fulfilled by yourself. You're always gonna be trying to, get friends that aren't even the best friends for you, or trying to be in relationships that aren't really the best relationships for you, because you're looking for that outside validation, that outside acceptance, and you're never gonna find it there, because people can be in a good mood one day and people can be in a bad mood one day. They can love you one day, they can hate you another. They can be with you one day, they can leave another day, right? And if you depend on so much on what people care, what people think, what people do, right, you're going to be always left heartbroken. You're always going to be left, just deserted, abandoned. And that's where your problem is, because all the love, all the feelings you ever want to feel exist within you. It is always your perception about someone's thoughts or someone's perceptions that make you feel the way you do. It's always your own interpretation, the way you interpret the world through your consciousness that designs the world for you. Everybody's living in a different world because their consciousness sees the world in a different way. You got to understand that. Right? You got to understand that, guys. So stop caring what other people think about you because it's not paying your bills. It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for you, man. And another thing I want to say, think about anybody that's ever achieved anything great in life, anything big in life, right? Steve Jobs, the Wright brothers that invented the airplanes, right? Nikola Tesla, Edison. Even though I've heard a lot of things about Edison being, a thief, stealing ideas and all that. And I get it, guys. Maybe he's not the right person to quote. But think about Henry Ford, right? Andrew Carnegie, people that have done big things to a degree, right? And there's a lot of them. They didn't care what people thought, right? They had brilliant ideas, and these ideas had never, ever been manifested before. And guess what these people did? They went all in. They did what they had to do, right? They made the sacrifices. They left the people that needed to be left behind. That's one thing y'all are not willing to do, man. And you got to hear this, guys. Look, you guys are not willing to leave people behind. And that's where you're messing up, right? Y'all still got these old ass friends from years ago that are not even growing, that are not even at your level, but they're just hanging by your wayside because you still let them be there. And they're not doing anything but bringing you down, dragging you down, right? You guys got to learn to let people go. But getting back to these big, achievers in life, people that have done big things, guess what they did? They didn't care what other people thought. They went all in on their goal, on their dream, on their mission, right? And they did it. They did it. Think about MLK. Think about Gandhi. Think about all these people, man, right? They had a dream. They had a vision. They were literally ready to sacrifice their lives. Think about Mandela, right? Nelson Mandela, my boy. Mother Teresa, all these people that did these things, man. Like, they sacrificed their lives for their mission, for their objective. They didn't care what the government said. They didn't care what, the masses had to say or who was against them and who was for them. Nah, that's what makes a true hero, is someone that's willing to do what's right when the world is condemning him or her, But yo, guys, I think you get the message. At this point, if you're living life and you're still caring what people think, you're honestly slowing down your progress. You're slowing down your growth. You're slowing down your own evolution, to be honest. And if you want to achieve things at a rapid rate, you got to let people's opinions out of sight, out of mind, out of ears, out of everything, right? Get it out of your life, all of it. You just focus, like I mentioned earlier, on your internal guidance system. If a decision feels right, you follow it, you do it. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't resonate, don't do it. That's it, right? Listen to your emotions, because your emotions tell you where your vibration is, and your vibration will lead you, right, to everything you desire, guys. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please, thank you so much. It doesn't cost you anything to promote my channel, to promote my videos. It's the least that you guys can do. But thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you. Peace.